obviously you won't be surprised to see that the French attitude is quite the opposite. It's a chicken and egg situation. We do have 240 boats of French fishermen with no license granted. They're pending. And I heard the person right before me talking about administrative error. I would say that let's call it an administrative confusion, right? But it's 240 boats, and effectively, I agree that it's a kind of retaliation. Clearly, I don't see why we should hide it. It's in a diplomatic world. You start by putting stick in the ground to show your muscles, and then you talk. Because so far, all the discussions have been useless, and as you just mentioned, scallops can't wait. So now there is a point where we need to say, okay, if you play hardball, we will have to play hardball. And the last thing the French authority want is an escalation. But they want to sit on the table and respect what was decided for the Brexit deal.
Well, just a moment there, because when you're threatening, for example, to cut off the electricity to Jersey, so you're going to leave an entire population of British subjects sitting in the dark with their meat rotting in the freezer or whatever, that's pretty much an escalation, isn't it? Threats to actually cut the power off from Jersey?
Yeah, well, I think that as I'm a very optimistic person, French are always optimistic, you know that for sure. I know that this is more a kind of theoretical threat, but to show that worst come to worst, we have dramatic way to change life of the people. Well, obviously nobody wants this, and nobody is going to harm our friends and allies from the UK. But at the same point, there is a point where when you can't sit at the negotiation table in good faith and ask for respect of the regulation which have been decided, well, then you start playing hardball.
And so that's why you're saying that these cabinet ministers of Monsieur Macron, the ones who are saying the only language the British government understands is force, and it's not war, but it is a fight, it is un combat. You're saying that that's just their opening bid on the negotiating table, and we don't have to worry. The French still like the English. This is just the way they talk when they negotiate.
Well, if you compare what happened during the Brexit deal, till the last minute, I was even calling on your channel mentioning a no deal Brexit because the English authorities then wanted to sit on the fence, getting all the advantage of the Brexit, but keeping the good relationship and all the benefit of the EU. Well, we respect the choice of the UK people. We respect the fact that we have a deal. Now we want this deal to be respected. Full stop. There is nothing more, nothing less. But of course, nobody wants to hurt, again, our friends and allies from the UK. We just want to show that their authorities, they just listen to one thing, which is playing with all the trump cards you can have in your game, and not just sit and say in good faith, well, come on, guys, just give those licenses away.
Well, let me just ask you this, just finally then. You mentioned the no-deal Brexit. If there had been a no-deal Brexit, and in other words, there'd been none of these understandings about moderating and adjusting the number of licenses and the proportion of non-British fishermen in British waters, do you think actually a no-deal Brexit might have been a lot cleaner?
Well, a no-deal Brexit would have been a lot messier, because that would be just the peak of the iceberg of a huge trade problem, and including, of course, all the Irish border issue, which was in the game. So I consider that because we did respect the Brexit, because it was the will of the referendum, we had to find a way out. What I was saying is that the negotiations were really harsh, and we had to really threat about a no-deal Brexit potential. Otherwise, I don't think that we would have ended up with a deal on time, which was really the issue.